All right, hello everybody. Long time no see. It's Thursday at fashionably late for noon. I'm Cece from Cece Restyled. I'm a brand ambassador for Redesign with Prima, and that just means I get to show you all the cool, fun things. And then you see them and you want to make them, and you make them and you feel good. So today we're making Christmas ornaments. Okay, I'm calling them ornaments because they're about that shape and they hang, and you can put them on a tree. You could string them on a garland. You could hang them from your car window. You could use them as gift tags. They're little ornaments that we're going to make, and they're perfect for giving as gifts or a really nice tag that somebody's going to want to keep. Maybe you just got them a really cheap gift and you want to give them a really nice gift tag. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Trying to figure out the best way to put you here. So we're going to be starting with making some molds from quickset resin, and then we're going to put them on our wood circles, which are the backing. So I have some kind of in progress, but not quite all the way. Like this one's been glued. So I made the resin mold and it's been glued. I got another little mold to put on it, drill a hole, paint it, wax it, sparkle it up, glitter it up, whatever I want to do to make it colorful or metallic or pretty and eye-catching. So let's see. So what you would need is these little wooden circles. I think they're about 3.5 inch circles. I got these on Amazon. I got a whole big bag of them for like $6 or something, and for a totally different project. And then I was like, look, those would be perfect ornaments. So these little wooden, just a base for your resin molds to adhere to and keeps them rigid. And let's see, so you need some circles, wooden circles. Oh, what else? I grabbed some molds, and the ones that I chose, so there are some ornament or kind of Christmassy bell-shaped molds that, you know, you can make those. You can cast them, hang them on a string, and they're like ornaments. But, you know, I wanted to make my ornaments the hard way. No, it's not hard. I want to like layer and all those things. So, you know, that's the fun part is, you know, using your imagination and combining molds to make something that, you know, goes together and looks cool. So I'm going to be using these wings molds here from Prima. Okay, they're 2 different size wings, and boom, bonus, there's a little heart locket. Cute, right? And it's got a little, you know, the lock part. You can even hang that from your ornament, so it's like a dangling little lock. But we're gonna adhere ours. But you know, you could dangle it. That'd be cool. So many possibilities. And then this Elysian Clockworks. Okay, like I've been all eyeballing this mold for like a long time, but I just never really had the right, you know, piece or space or spot where it needed to go. And so when I was trying to pick out my molds, I was like, this is perfect for my Christmas ornaments. Because look, they're round and they got some embellishments. And look at the detail. They're so detailed, right? I love clocks. I love anything with like ticking parts and gears, and so fun. So Elysian Clockworks. What did we say? Oh, wings, and last but not least, Regal Findings. This one was kind of a last minute decision because I needed to fill in a little bit more on my wooden circle, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have this mold which has these little teeny crowns and butterflies and wreaths and little teeny clocks, more teeny clocks. You could make little baby ornaments with those, but the teeny crowns I thought would be perfect with my wings and my clocks and my heart locket. So all the fun things. So I actually just cast those, so that's why I didn't show you the actual mold, but I'll show you in a minute. So I'm gonna get my molds out, and if you're gonna be using resin, you wanna lay down some plastic or wax paper or a, what are they called, Silpat mat or something like that, so that you don't ruin the surface of your workspace. As you can see, mine's already ruined, and it's acrylic anyway, so I just scraped the resin off. So that's why I'm not putting anything down. But first and foremost, we are going to pour our resin moldings. Okay, so we're gonna do some lockets and wings, some clocks, and let those set up while we work on the rest of our ornaments. Make some progress. This is the Regal Findings one I showed you. See how it's it's indisposed at the moment, so I couldn't really show you all the detail, but don't you worry, I will. Let's see, if you're hopping on, say hello. If you have questions, pop them in the comments. If I miss them, I will try to get to them later on the replay. But yeah, we're just making some cool stuff, and you don't by any means have to use the exact same molds as I do. You can use whatever ones you want. These were just calling my name. So that's why we're using these. Okay, so resin, back to the resin. We got our molds laid out on our indestructible surface because resin is messy and sticky. I'm going to be using quick setting resin. It is from Alumilite, and in the stores it's called Amazing Casting Resin. If you buy it from them in like the 2-gallon size, it's just, it is what it is. They don't try to brand it all fancy, but it's the same thing. You have about an open working time of a couple minutes, so not very long. You want to mix it in smallish amounts and then pour it. You know, if you need to mix more and pour it, that's fine. But if you mix too much at a time, it's going to harden up on you, and you're going to be, it's going to harden mid-pour, and you're going to have to remix some anyways. True story. True story, I hear. So let's set out our molds and have those ready. And then let's see, can you see here? Boom. All right, so got a mold. Let's see, I've got my scale. Okay, so you can use a scale for accuracy. It's a food scale from Amazon, and serves me well. It's like 10 bucks, 12 bucks. And then I also have these graduated cups. They're paint mixing cups. I get them on Amazon in bulk. I don't normally use these when I'm mixing such a small amount of resin. But I like to show them to you in case you're not in the market for a scale. Then you can just get these little paint cups with markings on them, and they have milliliters, percentages, a bunch of stuff I don't understand. So I just stick with the milliliters because I understand that. And plop it on my scale. So you can mix it by volume, which would be using the cup, or by weight, which is more accurate using the scale. So I'm going to go ahead and plop my cup on there. I'm putting my cup on there before I turn it on, because when I turn it on, I want it to read 00, which is also called tare. I don't want it to weigh my cup. I just want it to weigh my resin, which I'm going to mix 1 part to 1 part. There's a part A and a part B, okay? 1-to-1 ratio, and you want to get it as close and accurate as possible, or you run the risk of your epoxy resin not setting up, and then you have a gooey mess on your hands, okay? And then you cry, and then you get depressed, and then the whole world falls apart. So I don't need a ton. I need to fill up these 3 molds. I think I'm going to try to go for let's just call it 2 ounces of each part. So, well, no, that's a lot. Ooh, let's see how much 1 ounce is to begin with. So I got my part A, and I'm going to measure out 1 part, which is to be determined at this moment. Oh, let's go big or go home. Let's do 2 ounces of each part. So 1-to-1 ratio, we're going to measure out 2 ounces of part A as best as we can. There's 2.05. I can live with that. Now another 2 ounces of part B, the best we can. And you want to get your little stir stick all ready. You don't have a lot of working time with the quick set resin. So once you mix it, you got to mix it well and pour it quick. All right, so I hit my tare button again. That way I'm zeroed out. Okay, I'm back to 0. And now I can just measure what I'm pouring in of part B. It should be about, what I say, 2 ounces. So I'm going to get as close to 2.0 as I can without, it's always so stressful. I try to get it exact, and then sometimes I'm just so way off. 1.06, 1.45, a little bit at a time. Slow and steady. 1.73, come on boys. 1.98, ooh, do I want to chance it? Let's chance it and do it a little drop more to get to 2.0. Oh gosh, this is stressful. Okay, 2.01, boom, I'm good with that. Okay, 0.04 ounce difference, I can handle that. So I got my mixing stick. I'm gonna mix it thoroughly, scrape the sides, scrape the bottom, make sure it's mixed all the way. It's easier with these smaller amounts than it is with giant 32 ounces of resin, let me tell you that. Okay, so we're mixed all the way. You want to pour low and slow into your mold. So I start with the most intricate usually, which, gosh, they're all kind of intricate. I guess the clock. So you want to low and slow, starting with the most intricate. Okay. You want to do it low and slow because you don't want it to splatter everywhere. You want it to fill up the mold as perfectly as possible without running over. You will have run over, and that's okay. Spilling it over is not a it's not a terrible crime. Okay, you can bounce back from that. We just trim it in the end. But you know, for me, it's kind of like a game. I always try to get it as perfect as possible. Can you see? I hope you can see. Boom. Low and slow into the mold. Oh gosh, that one overflowed. So I overflowed that one. I'm just going to take my little paint stick and scrape it into the next cavity of the mold. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Am I right? Waste not, want not. Oh gosh, I am having trouble with this wing mold. I'm scraping my excess resin into the empty cavities though, so I am doing a pretty good job of conserving my resin. All right, so let's finish filling them up before it sets up on us and we cry. Okay, if you overfill them on the back, that's okay. You can, depending on how much you overflowed it, you can do what I'm doing, take a little flat scraper or transfer tool or something, run it flush against the back and kind of get that excess resin that overflowed, you know, level as level as you can anyways. If it's not much overflow and it's just a little, you know, on the edges, that's okay. Just leave it and you can trim it with the knife after they set up. That's fine. So, you know, depends on how much overflow you have, really. I'm going to do a little bit more in this hook part of the lock because he looks a little thin. And boom, done. Okay, so I'm not going to fill in that big guy. I don't need another one of him. But I got my clocks, my wings, and my lockets. See? Okay, so that's going to take 10 minutes or less, most likely. Probably less than 10 minutes to set up because they're fairly shallow. And I got a fan over here blowing, not on it, but at the other direction. So it's a little bit, the conditions are right for a quick cure, okay? I'm going to kind of move that out of the way a little bit. So make some space. So, all right, so I got my hot glue gun. I like to use Gorilla hot glue sticks, okay? They are, they adhere very, very well. They're very strong, okay, like a Gorilla. That's the only kind of hot glue gun stick that I will use. You know, obviously that is a choice that each person makes for themselves, but I believe in the Gorilla Glue. It believes in me, and we're going to stick with that. So I'm back to my wood circles I showed you earlier. So now we're going to make the ornaments. So start with one wood circle. Well, actually, let's see. We've got this one I already glued the lock and the wings to our little wood circle there. So you just glued it to the wood circle. And now I want to put a little crown on the top, okay? And then I'll drill the hole in it through, you know, whatever. I've also got these ones I put together. I just have to glue them on. So basically what I'm trying to say is after your mold set up, your next step is gluing them and placing them and gluing them onto your little ornament backs, okay? Let's see. So we just need one more. Just another little clock and wings. I glued the wings on. The fun thing, oh, why was I holding it all the way up there? Sorry. The one cool thing about the wings is that you can orient them as you want to. So they can go this way, or they can go sideways. However you like your wings is how, you know, you can place them. I do like to make sure I look at the clocks and make sure they're accurate, the right side facing up. It's not the end of the world if not, but you know there's going to always be somebody that points it out that you put it the wrong way. So let's just nip that in the bud. All right, so I'm going to glue these elements on that I need to with the hot glue, my Gorilla hot glue. And let's see if our crowns are set up. So I poured these right before I started the video, and they're set up. So I want to show you the cute little details. Look at the little tiny clocks. Can you see the, well, I don't know how well you can see that in this camera. Little tiny clocks. Look at the little bumblebee. Or is that a fly? Yeah, that's a bumblebee. Oh my gosh, why are bees so cute? They're annoying and they sting you and they buzz in your ear. But they're so cute. Look, aren't they so cute? Let's see. Oh, and there's these little wreaths too. These little, oh, what are these called? Oh gosh, what's the official name for these little, I can't think of what these are called off the top of my head. They're wreaths, laurel wreaths, that's what it is. These little laurel wreaths, they're so regal and so tiny, right? And then last but not least, well, there's butterflies, but we're gonna pick a crown, okay? So we can keep it moving. I want a crown. Oh my gosh, it's so cute, I can't. Look at that little crown. Tiara, or not tiara, that's the queen one. The king's crown. We're gonna put it right on here above our locket and our wings. Is that not perfect? It's like, it was like it was made to go together. So I'm gonna glue that on real quick. I want to consider where I'm going to drill my hole for the string I'm going to hang. So I don't want to drill it through my crown because my crown is so pretty and tiny. I don't want to, ruin it. So I'm going to I'm going to move my crown up just a little bit off the top. So that way I have a place to drill my hole right underneath the crown and above the locket. Cute, right? Oh my gosh. And then let's glue this bad boy on here right quick. Is he upside down? Nope, he's good. I love these little clocks. They're so cute. And the wings. I love wings too. I'm a sucker for wings and clocks. I don't know why. All right, so there's our clock. Our clock sticketh on the back. Now we're gonna put our wings. And like I said, remember you can orient that's not a word. Orient them this way, this way, this way. You know, you can go sideways so they're flying like an airplane. But I like them kind of like tall because they remind me more of angel wings when they're the tall direction. So we're gonna go with angels. And you can see already how quickly our molds that we just poured are setting up. See that? Wait, where'd they go? Yeah, look how quickly they're setting up. When they turn white is when they're ready to be popped out of the mold. And when they're all the way white, however, when you do pull them out, assuming it's not, a day later, when you pull them out right after they turn white, they're still a bit pliable and soft. So if you're working with a curved surface, like say a real actual ornament that's round or a bulb, you can conform them somewhat to that surface before they get too hardened up from curing over time, but they will cure completely rigid. So if you're working with something that is a curved surface, you'll want to take your molds out as soon as they turn white and attach them to your curved surface and secure them and let them cure hard, okay? If you let them go for a couple days or a day, they will completely be rigid and you'll have to use them flat. I've heard that you can use a hair dryer or whatnot, a heat gun, to make them a little bit soft again, so you can have somewhat of a give, but I have not done that. I've only heard that is a thing, so I ain't done it. All right, so here's our last one that we have ready to glue. And let's see, I think, I don't know which way I want to go with this. So do I go this way? Do I go this way and put a little crown up top? Or do I go this way and just call it a day? I don't know. I kind of like it this way, but let's see what the crown looks like. Because I'm dying to use this cute little crown. It's so royal. Look how little and royal that is. It's so cute. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so there's this way. Yeah, I think I'm sold on that. Yeah. Yes, I did ask your opinion and then do what I wanted to do anyways. That's how we do. So let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and glue my crown on first to the top. So I know how far, I don't want it to hang too far off the top, because if it gets knocked or bumped into or whatever, I don't want it to break off. So I want a good majority of the crown, or any of the elements really, a good majority of them on the backing, the wood backing circle. So I like the elements when they kind of fall off the sides a little bit, but if, like I said, if they fall off too much, then they become at risk for destruction. All right, so now we got our little clock face here, and he is right side up. Okay, so I can put him here, or yeah, we're just gonna put him right there underneath the crown. Again, I want to leave a little. Actually, no, this crown I'll probably drill the. No, I don't know. Yeah, this crown is substantial enough that I'll drill the hole right through the crown, I think. Yeah, why not? What the hey? Okay, so that's where he's gonna go. Okay, so I get my glue. Gorilla Hot glue for the win. It's very strong, sets up quick and durable, and I couldn't ask for anything more. All right, so now that, okay, so now we have our ornaments assembled, at least the ones we have ready. Now that they're assembled, I'm gonna go ahead and drill the holes in it for the string. I wanna pre-drill them before I paint it, because otherwise, if I paint it and then drill it, I'm gonna have this possibly raggedy little circle, you know, hole edge. The edge of the hole will be not painted, you know. I wanna paint thoroughly, so we're gonna drill first. Drill first, paint later. Does anybody have any questions real quick off the bat? Did I miss any? Oh, look. It's Marshall, the stranger. Yeah, running out of resin is it's the pits, man. Got to keep it coming. Every time I run out of resin, I get really like sad about it. So I try to not do that. I try to overlap, you know, and prepare. And I'm terrible at preparing for, you know, ahead of time. So you know that when I do, it's serious. Where's my drill? Okay, so I just got a little, you know, 1/8 inch drill bit, because I've got a variety of different strings and twines and leathers and things that I can use to make our you know, hanging string. Oh, and I didn't even tell you this either. Boom, look, I got these little metal charms from, I think I got them at Joann Fabrics. I mean, you can get them at Michael's or Joann Fabrics in the jewelry section. So I got these little metal charms. Okay, they're keys. We can hang them from our locket if we want to. You know what I'm saying? We can hang it from the... Yes, yes I did. Yes I did. Okay? So there's that. And that'll be cool. So I'm going to go ahead and drill our holes and then shut up and get to painting these. So this one I'm going to go right straight through the crown, because that's what I decided to do. Yeah. So you can drill right through the resin pretty cleanly. It makes a nice clean hole there. So that's cool. That's always nice. Okay, so boom, one. Let's see, this one we're going to go right through the little top mantle looking thing. Let's see. I want to try to get it center. Sometimes it's hard to get center on some of these designs. That's not center. It's not center. It keeps moving off center. Okay, let's pick a different spot to drill the dang hole. Ugh. Why is that so painful? Stupid. All right, let's do the hole here. See if it... Okay, you know what? I might just have to drill that hole off center, because my drill wants to keep moving on me. So dumb. Just stay. I'm just going to drill it the best I can and see what happens. Okay. Okay. Silly. If I had more time, I would make it perfectly on center, but that's good enough for me. I can handle that, okay? I can handle that. All right, one more, and I'm going to do the hole right through, or right in between the crown and the locket. All right, we are in business. There's our hole there, okay? Clean off the hole, you don't want wood chunks. Okay, so here we go. Now we can paint, all right? So we can paint. I'm I like to paint, sometimes I like to paint things that are heavily molded or lots of detail. I just like to paint them straight black. And the reason why I like to paint them straight black or navy or something dark purple eggplant, is because when I apply the gilding waxes or whatever metallic I decide to use, when you put those on a dark surface like black or navy, they're so colorful and so sparkly, and they really, really, really make the metallics or waxes, they really make them shine and look really good. So I like to put them on dark. But that's just one method. Another thing we could do is paint them, you know, all red or all green or whatever with some gold wax or silver wax if you want them Christmassy. I don't like to do everything Christmassy. Okay, don't judge me on this, but I'm gonna be real honest. I'm not a huge fan of Christmas decorations, so my Christmas decorations are usually not Christmassy. They're other types of, they're not Christmassy, red and green kind of things. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not my jam. So my Christmas is a little more sparkly rather than, you know, traditional. So, oh, let's try dazzling aluminum. Let's make one dazzling aluminum and stardust, and then I've got black here. So what, you know, you can paint it white, pink, whatever, green, red, and then do your wax, or you could also do a glaze. We're going to do a glaze on one of these so you can see how it makes the details of the moldings pop out and look really cool. So let's see, let's just pick one to do in this Stardust metallic. Okay, this is a metallic paint from Paint Couture. They have the best metallics ever. Prove me wrong. You can get a brush and let's just paint a metallic real quick and then a black one real quick. I won't make you do both. Ooh, that dazzling aluminum is dazzling though. Ooh, this is a tough call. Let's do the dazzling aluminum. Change my mind. Change my mind. Because, you'll see why in a minute. So, these metallics I like to shake, okay? And normally I'd probably use my little Art Alchemy metallic pots of acrylics, but they're kind of small. And I'm generous with the paint, so I don't want to use up a whole pot of paint on 2 ornaments. So we're going to go with a little bit bigger of a jar of metallic, okay? I like to stir mine. You can shake it all day long, but sometimes you have to stir it. When it's heavily pigmented and all those micas gravitate towards the bottom from sitting, you can shake it, but there are some stubborn ones that you really need to stir, okay? Shaken and stirred. Oh, which one do we want to do in... Oh, let's just do, I think this one will look good in our dazzling aluminum. My memory is terrible today. So let me grab a little stand there for my guy. Can you see okay? Anybody have any questions that I'm missing? I don't see any. Either I'm explaining really, really well or nobody cares and doesn't want to know what I'm doing. So I'll take either one, okay? All right, so let's get our little brush and brush our metallics on. Ooh, dazzling aluminum. What's up? What's up? Dazzling aluminum. That's what's up. And so, okay, so on the ones I paint metallic, I'm going to be doing a black or dark glaze. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do the glaze, and it gets down into those details, and it really brings them out and gives them dimension and depth, and I mean, it's just a world of difference when you put a dark glaze on something with lots of detail like this. Big difference. And I could leave it at that, or I could then throw some gilding wax or the metallic paints, you know, airbrush, kind of dry brush over the tops of the details to give it another layer of dimension. I don't know, maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't, we'll see. And then, what was the, oh, and then the other one that we painted black, we're going to use the metallic paints in a few various colors and sheens to just really make our ornament just sparkly and pretty and magical, okay? Magical. The magical is the goal here. We like magic. Okay, so there's that. Boom. Done with that. 1 coat metallics, you guys. Not kidding, okay? Work smarter, not harder. Boom. Look at our dazzling aluminum, okay? And the metallic ones like this, we're going to glaze with like a black glaze. So I'm gonna let that dry, and we're going to magically, let's go ahead and paint this. Well, no. We're gonna go ahead and move on because I magically happen to have already painted one in a metallic, which we're gonna glaze, and a, oops, I just got aluminum on this one, great. And then I have one that I've already painted black, which now I just got spots on it from the paint on my hands, but we can fix that. Okay, so that one's painted black, and what we're gonna do with that one is put some pretty colored metallic paints on that to give it some interest and some color and just some fun sparkle, okay? That's what it's all about, fun sparkle. Okay, all right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and start with the one that we're gonna glaze because that's a little bit easier of a process. So you just saw me paint one of these in it's upside down. You just saw me paint one of these in the dazzling aluminum from Paint Couture. This is the Stardust from Paint Couture. It's like a champagne. Ooh, look how pretty it is. Okay, champagne metallic is my favorite, okay? I love it. So, and yes, I did put this one on a wooden back just to give it some, it was already rigid, but I wanted to make it more so, okay? And plus, if you wanted to paint the back like white and use that as a tag or sign your name or say Merry Christmas or, you know, some other choice words, you can do that. So I'm gonna grab my glaze. Just about any paint company or paint line has a glaze offering that you can, you know, use your preference. If you don't have any glaze and you don't want to buy a whole big old thing of glaze, just use a little bit on some tiny ornaments or some molds, whatever you're putting mold on. You can make your own glaze by using either glazing medium or your favorite water-based top coat and adding just a touch of whatever color paint you want to it, mixing it up, and then there you go, homemade glaze. That's the extent of my cooking is my glaze recipe, okay? I'm going to share that with the ladies at church. My glaze recipe, guys. It's a secret. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is it's called Raven Black from Paint Couture. That's my favorite glaze, so I'm just going to use that. And I got some shop towels, a brush. So when you're glazing, you just kind of paint on as if you are doing another coat on your project, okay? When you're doing molds, they're a little bit, you know, they're pretty detailed for the most part. So sometimes you, rather than brushing like that, sometimes you need to kind of pounce the glaze down into those details because that's the important part. You want to get it down in there, okay? You don't want it just on the tops. You want it all good up and down in there. And then we got to touch it on the edges and get it all over our fingers, but you know, sacrifices we make for the sake of our art, right? Okay, so I'm painting that one black. Oh no, I'm not, I'm glazing it. It just looks like I'm painting it black, right? Okay, so I'm glazing. Now I'm gonna grab my shop towel and I'm gonna wipe away the excess, okay, of my glaze. Maybe. See, we're gonna wipe away the excess. And you see how you're starting to see the metallic through? And you're gonna be left with the glaze down in the deets, and that's how you want it. It ages it, gives it an aged look. It gives it dimension, brings out the details. This is the smallest thing I've ever glazed, I think, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's so tiny, it's weird in my hands to glaze it. But anyways, you get the idea. We're wiping away the excess as much as we want. You don't have to wipe, you can wipe away as much or as little as you want depending on the desired effect. So if you want it super dark and moody, you know, you could leave it like this. If you want it just a little aged, you wipe back, you know, as much of it as you can. But the point is you want to try to get it to stick down in those details, and that's where it's going to live and create a beautiful shadowy aged look. You want to kind of, as you wipe the glaze away, like kind of adjust your shop towel or your t-shirt, whatever you're using to wipe the glaze away, you know, to a fresh part, so you're not just pushing around unwanted extra glaze, right? Am I right? Yes, that's how it works. Okay, I think we're almost about there. Ooh, it's so pretty. It's like a, it looks like a, you know, nickel type of finish. Like an old tarnished nickel or... Okay, a little bit more wipey, and I think we'll be ready to move on. Okay, boom. So there is my glazed and confused little clock. Isn't it so cute? It is. It looks actually metal, doesn't it? Like it looks legit like it's made of metal, but it's not. Okay, so my hole, you can see my hole a little bit up here for my string or my hook or whatever I want to put it on. So I can leave this like this if I'm done. I can drill a hole in the bottle and in the bottom and hang a little tassel from it. I can take some gold wax or whatever color wax I want and brush it along the tops to add some more, you know, bling bling. Let me think about it. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Let me think on that one. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna let that glaze dry, and then I might brush very lightly some like brass or gold wax all around the top just for fun. Because, you know, why stop when you can keep going? All right, so here's my little heart locket wing guy. And this one, we're going to do some, excuse me. We're going to do some Alchemy metallic acrylic paint, dry brushing, maybe not, I don't know, just, you know, accents. We're just going to do it up, okay? We're going to make it look as pretty as we want. But real quick, I was not careful and I got some of that aluminum on here when I was painting the other one aluminum, so I might touch that up. I'll wait till the end and touch it up, okay? But I want to show you the metallic paints, okay? Like, no big deal here, all right? Here's the little pots of metallic paint. So as you can see, it's quite the dilemma. Which one do we use? Which one do we use? Like, I don't know. I can never decide. There's just too many choices. But let me show you how beautiful they are. Oh my goodness. This one is an Opal Magic, okay? Iridescent color changing type one. Woo! We got your traditional kind of, you know, brown, bronzy color. Purple, my favorite is a purple. So basically my point here is you are not limited by color choices when you're using these paints. So whatever you want to use, you got it. Okay, I think I'm going to do gold for the wings and a purple of some sort for the heart because, you know, purple has my heart. And then I'm kind of eyeballing this butterfly spells color too. I'm going to set that aside because who knows, may get froggy. Ooh, but the orange would look so good with the purple. Gosh, metallic fresh orange. We're going to get that one out for S&G too. And let's see, let me pick a purple. Ooh, that's a pretty purple. Ooh, this is pretty. We're going to go with this one. Okay, so we're going to grab the purple, and then I want a gold for my wings. Actually, we're going to get a couple of purples because why just pick one when you can pick them all? Let's see. Gold. What kind of gold do I want? Let's get a couple different golds. Let's get like a lighter gold and a... Let's see. There's like a more yellowish gold, and then let's get like a darker gold maybe. Because if we use two different golds, then they'll give it some depth and some interest, and who doesn't want that? What's this one? Unicorn's hair. Okay, so that's gold. Unicorn's hair and gold rush. So those are our two golds. So winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm going to just use some little small art brushes. Excuse me. Jeez, oh Pete. Coughing fit. I need a drink. When I talk too much on these lives, my throat is so dry. Okay, so I'm just going to use some little art brushes, just like that. I like the flat roughly 1/4 to 1/2 inch art brushes. They can be flat or angled, that doesn't really matter, but I like them just a tad bit firm, so that the reason why I like them just a little bit firm and not like makeup brushes that are like super soft and fluffy is because when I'm dry brushing or going over the details, it just graces the top of the details and makes them look really, really pretty instead of just like painting on the whole thing. But you do what you want. You do you, boo. I'm not gonna judge you. Let's start with the wings first. So we're gonna get our unicorns, Gold Rush and unicorn hair. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to use a color called unicorn hair? I would use it even if it was ugly just because it's called unicorn hair. Oh, Sue, yes, I say S and G all the time, and I'm like, people probably don't understand what I'm going for there. Trying to be rated G. PG, I mean. Okay, so I got my little art brushes that I'm going to dry brush with. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the unicorns here. And let's see, how do I want to do this exactly? Oh, I see, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, I got it. So you can take your paints or your waxes or whatever you decide to do. What I'm going to do with these paints, I can also do with gilding waxes, like decor waxes, or the metallic also comes in, you know, water-based gilding wax type dealio. But oh, you know, I love using these because there's so many more options, and I do love the waxes too. But you know, there's a lot of colors in them, but not as many as these. Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, let's see how we're gonna do this. Okay, so I'm gonna take a unicorn here, and I can paint my whole mold. Okay, paint it. But what I'm gonna do is kind of dry brush over the tops and see how I like that first. So I'm gonna load up my little brush here, and then the excess kind of gets wiped off on the side of the jar. Okay, and I like to take my brush and hold it a little bit flat or parallel to my my surface. And if you do that, then you can kind of just drag it sideways. And when you do that, see how it's just grazing the tops of my deets. It's not going down in there, which is fine if you want to paint the whole thing down in there. But I like to do this because see how you can still see the shadowing of the details? See, you can still make out the details on the wing. So so I'm going to go ahead and just bring this unicorns here. Oh, and don't forget our little inside the locket, the little part of the wing inside the locket there. Boom. So I'm going to take my unicorn's hair wing. I'm just going to do it about a little over halfway down. Oh, shoot. Too much paint on that one. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, gosh. Do I keep holding it up too high? I'm sorry. This is a kind of awkward angle for me to be demonstrating. So I'm going to bring my unicorns here almost to the bottom, not quite. Okay, and then on the other side too. And the reason why I'm not going all the way to the bottom is because I'm gonna use my other gold to, you know, from the bottom, kind of like an ombre gold almost, you know, because it's fun. Variety is the spice of life, and I couldn't decide which gold I wanted to use, so I chose both. All right, so almost all the way down, and don't worry about the locket, the heart locket, because I'm gonna paint it purple, and that will touch it up. All right, so we got our Gold Rush, which is just another gold. Ooh, okay, just kidding, we're not using Gold Rush. Gold Rush, yeah, ain't no Gold Rush happening right there. Ancient coin, come on down. Ancient coin, very similar, different gold. All right, so let me shake it. Shake it. All right, so I got my other little art brush. Yeah, we're in business. In business. All right, so let me get another little brush there. All right, so So again, we're going to load up our brush and scrape the excess off on the side of the jar. And then okay, so I'm going to overlap the first gold a little bit. So the unicorn hair, I'm going to overlap it just a little bit with the ancient coin. And then I'm just going to continue down. You don't have to use multiple golds or multiple colors. You can paint this all one color if you want, or wax it, paint it, whatever. But I like fades and variety and dimension, and that's what this does. Okay, can you see that? How it's kind of a little ombre wing there? So you're overlapping your golds just a little bit. So they kind of look like they're gonna blend. Ah, a little too much on there. But that's okay. Guess you can't have too much sparkle, so. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's just do a little tiny bit at the top there. Boom, boom, boom. Because that'd be pretty. Just a little boom, 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 boom. All right, so now, oh gosh. All right, now I'm done with the wings. I'm gonna let them dry, and I'm gonna move on to my purple heart locket. So yes, I'm gonna need to touch up this back. I don't know, I might do silver or the orange or something on that back. Ooh, the orange, the orangish coral color that we found on the back of it. Or the pink, I don't know. Let's do our purple and then we'll decide. So purple, where are you? We're gonna do, let's just do two different purples. I want a light and a dark purple. Ooh, or do we do Opal Magic purple? Oh, decisions. Ooh, goodness gracious. Let's just do the light and the dark purple. Is that the same? Oh, that's the same, that's why. Let's do the light and the dark purple, okay? Oh, my neck. Okay, let's start with the light purple first. And kind of, same thing, we're just gonna kind of, not quite dry brush it, but almost similar to dry brushing onto the tops of our details on the locket. Okay, so, ooh, look how pretty that is. Pretty, right? It's almost a pinkish purple. All right, so I'm gonna just load up my brush here, get the excess off on the side, just like that. And then, let's see, wait, that's frozen berries. That's what this one is called. Frozen berries. Okay, so let's take our frozen berries and just from the top. Ooh, oh my gosh, you guys. This one kind of looks like an Opal Magic, but it's not. It's not from the Opal Magic series, but it sure looks like it, doesn't it? It's iridescent. Oh my gosh, can you see that? Hold on, let me finish painting the edge. I want to paint the edge and then just continue to kind of dry brush the tops of the details. Just like that. I'm kind of going at an angle here. Then I'll show you real close up. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this one was so opalescent. Jeez, it's opalescent. Look. Wait, I got a little gold contaminated in there. Hold on. Okay. Can you see that it like shines kind of blue and purple? Is that crazy? Blue and purple? Neat, right? So let's go ahead and grab our dark purple now, our amethyst. Oh, look at that. That's my jam right there. I'm a purple gal all the way, and that gets me. All right, let's pick out another little brush here. And okay, so now with the darker purple, I'm talking like my 3-year-old. The darker purple, load up my brush, get the excess off onto the edge of the jar, and we're just gonna kind of do like almost a shadow along the bottom of the heart, okay? We're just gonna kind of go in this little diagonal shape here. Oops, got some on my gold wing. Okay, see how I'm just kind of like, I'm making it almost like a shadow on the bottom of my locket. Blend them together just a little bit. And if I need to grab my other brush from the frozen berries and, you know, kind of just touch up my frozen berries to make that blend a little bit better so it's not a harsh line, then I can do so. Boom. Is that pretty, that little pretty heart locket? I'm gonna find a silver and just do the little top of the lock real quick. I didn't think about that. Didn't even think about it. And voila, silver spoon is what this one is called. All right, silver spoon. And grab a little brush. This one, that's too big. There we go. Okay, the silver spoon. It looks, I don't know, looks a little more nickel to me than silver, but you know, I'm no expert, okay? I'm no expert on my metals. All right, let's go ahead and just do our silver spoon on the locket handle, or whatever you call it, the part of the locket, the little loop, the little locket loop. Okay, so just gently get that locket. So I have a variety of different like strings and twines that I can hang this from, or you can use a ornament hook or a I was thinking it would be cool to even use chain, like, you know, jewelry chain, for like a really neat kind of edgy kind of vibe. I'm just touching up my little gold. See how I got some purple on my gold wing there? I'm just gonna touch it up a little bit. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so now I want to do real quick the I want to do some touches of that orange, I think, on the back, on the wood circle. So bear with me. I'm gonna do that, and then I will hop off of here and get on with the old Thursday. Where's my silver? Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's shake up our orange. Do you think that would look good with it? We're gonna find out. He's about to find out. We're about to find out. I know. I feel like I'm dragging this out. I'm so sorry. Is there any questions that I'm missing? Oh, right, Lisa. They're amazing. I mean, it's like there's so many colors. I don't know how you decide which ones you want. So you just get them all. You get a rainbow. Okay, this one is called Fresh Orange. Okay, Fresh Orange, and boy, look at that. I love these. I'm in love with my paint. Is that a thing? Am I allowed to marry it? I'm not even that much of an orange girl, but look at that. I mean, an orange loving kind of girl. But all right, so we got our little brush. Again, we're gonna load up our little brush. Scrape our excess off onto the side of the jar there. Boom. And okay, so how do we want to do this? All right, let's kind of start. I know I want the orange. Where do I want it? let's just start with a little bit around the edges, okay, and see how that looks. So let's just start kind of here. And you don't want to use a whole lot of pressure. We're just kind of dry brushing almost, okay? We're just dry brushing, if you're familiar with that technique. I love the orange, but it kind of looks like the gold, right? Am I right? It looks too similar to the gold? Or no? It looks too similar to the gold. Let's switch to pink. We're gonna switch to pink. This one is a sparks, not metallic. So there's metallic, which is the metallic ones. Sparks is metallic, but it's more sparkly rather than just pearly. Does that make sense? More sparkle, less pearl. All right, so let's switch to pink and see what we think. I'm running out of my favorite brushes to do this with. Oh, let's see. Oh, this will work. This one will work. All right, so again, dip our little brush in. Oops, kind of got a lot on there. Get the excess off on the side. And let's try that again, okay? Do over. All right, so we're gonna just kind of start there. Dry brush on our pink. Ooh, it's so sparkly. Ooh, do you see how sparkly it is? Can you see that? It's shine? That shimmer, that shine? All right, so let's go ahead and do the rest of our outside little wooden disc here. I do want to make sure that I keep some of that black, showing as the shadow, okay? So I'm just kind of, not going all the way up in those details. You can just kind of dry brush or pounce, lightly. And then let's go up here a little bit. Just a little ways. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so then I'm just gonna continue my pink a little bit up top, to make the top black part match, and put my little string through it. Like I said, I got rope twine, leather, I've got leather string, I've got, ooh, look, I've got gold, this gold stringy leather cord. That would look good in there, right? And I've got my my bling bling keys, so I can string the cord with like a key and have a little key for my locket there. I mean, what? All the things you can do, there's no limits. And let me bring back our little clock that now looks like faux metal. Doesn't it look like nickel, like aged nickel? So I may throw a little bit of gold wax lightly on the tops of the numbers and the face, around the face of the watch, but that's that. Those are my ornaments that are all year round friendly, okay? So fun stuff, all right? Resin moldings, metallic sparkly things, and wooden circles. So that's what our afternoon was consisting of. So thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit and listening to me drone on. I hope you have a good weekend. It's almost here, and I will see you next Thursday at noon in the Redesign with Prima group right here on Facebook, and have a great day. Bye.